The following program is presented by Pro Sound and Video.
Today on Broward Teen News, we're here at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School to learn all about the home of the Eagles.
Stay tuned to learn about how the lacrosse team is starting off the season better than ever.
How Black History Month is celebrated today.
How Douglas Drama put on their award-winning performance.
And much more. Welcome to Broward Teen News, Marjory Stoneman Douglas High Edition. I'm Lexi Padowitz.
And I'm Melissa Azarito. Today we're going to take a look inside the school to showcase some of the amazing things going on here inside the Storm.
Like our first story, which showcases student athletes putting their best effort towards the upcoming lacrosse season.
MSD's lacrosse season is starting up soon. After being defeated last season, both teams have set new goals and are working hard to be better this upcoming season.
I definitely think one of our team's biggest goals is to be Pinecrest, just because when our season shut 2 years ago from COVID for the first time, that was our rival team, and definitely St. Thomas too. They're one of our rivals, so I think beating both of them would make our season a lot more interesting.
So it's a lot of stick work, throwing and catching, ground balls, shooting, a little defensive, but it's a lot of team building, a lot of conditioning. It's the fastest game on two feet.
To better themselves, the team is really putting in the work. They practice until 6 p.m., sometimes even later, at Pine Trails Park.
I'm preparing by practicing, putting in the work to just be faster, have more stamina, and get stronger.
We're putting in the grind every day, practicing every day, eating right, conditioning, all the way to states.
We are trying to get the girls in shape. We're sprinting a lot, running a lot of stick skills, ground balls, catching, throwing. It's really important to be on your game with everything, so we're trying to just get them ready for the season.
Probably just to stick together as a team and work well and win a lot of games.
My favorite part about being a lacrosse coach is actually working with these kids. They're amazing. We're blessed to have some great athletes. We've got 15 seniors this year, and these kids have been playing lacrosse in our program for the last 8 years. So it's a blessing to kind of work with them and continue to see them get better at their sport, hone their craft, and be ready to graduate and go on to their next best thing.
This is Rain Welser reporting for WMSD TV News.
Up next, learn about the history of Black History Month and how it is celebrated today. Here's reporter Lexi Padowitz with the story.
February is Black History Month. Black History Month started as Negro History Week in 1926, created by historian, scholar, author, journalist, and educator Carter G. Woodson.
I think the goal of starting Black History Month was to educate people on the struggles of that Black people have gone through, from the past, and reflect on how we can change that in the future.
Woodson attended Harvard University, University of Chicago, and Broward College. Throughout his life, he wrote over 15 books and lobbied tremendously to preserve Black history.
It's important to preserve Black history to make sure we honor and highlight the segregation and oppression we went through, and to also highlight how we came out of it, and to also remember how the struggles and the difficulties we went through, such as people with Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King Jr.
Thanks to Woodson, Black History Month is celebrated in countries such as the USA, Canada, the United Kingdom, Ireland, and Germany. The celebration lasts an entire month, from February 1st to March 1st.
I celebrate Black History Month by gathering with my family and just reminiscing on what the people before us did for us.
I celebrate Black History Month by remembering the people who came before me and that they fought for my equality.
We celebrate this wonderful month to remember and preserve Black history and culture, as well as to honor the accomplishments of African Americans throughout history.
Happy Black History Month!
Happy Black History Month!
Happy Black History Month!
This February, make sure to take time to reflect on Black history. This is Lexi Padowitz reporting for WMSD TV News. What an important part of history. Next, reporter Rain Welser lets us in on the creation of Something Rotten, the musical that brought home 8 Cappy Awards to the Douglas Drama Department.
After 2 years, students in MSD Drama got to put on a new musical. Students have been putting in hard work for the first musical back titled Something Rotten.
In Something Rotten, I'm playing a character named Nick Bottom. He is a writer in the Renaissance, and he's trying to create a big idea to become one of the greatest writers the world has ever known, but he just can't come up with something, and he's under a lot of pressure So he goes to a fortune teller to look into the future and tell him what the next big thing in theater will be, and the fortune teller tells him to do a musical. So he is trying to write the first musical in history, and he's very stressed, and he's very stubborn, and he's set on his ways, he's trying to do he's trying to write a show to make a lot of money.
The drama department has been working on Something Rotten since winter break and are thrilled to be showing it to audiences.
I'm most excited for, honestly, just the audience interaction with the production, because there's so much that the audience would really be able to kind of interact with throughout the production. There's also just a lot of interaction between the audience and the characters. There's so many just inside jokes that all theater lovers would really just love to enjoy and see, and I'm just excited to kind of just perform for a huge group of audience members.
Not only do the actors have to put in hard work, but also all the behind-the-scenes crew. There are many people off stage working just as hard to make sure the shows happen.
I'm soundhead for Douglas Drama, and I basically run anything audio or even audio-visual.
One of my main jobs as tech director is to do the lighting and design the lighting and operate the lighting for the show. So any lighting that you see on stage, whether it just be a spotlight or whether it be a full focus on somebody or a full wash, is my job to program it to make sure that it actually works and follows through during the actual show.
Something Rotten is the drama department's first step into bringing back musicals.
Listen, it's always my favorite part to be around the students and how exciting they can be when they're on stage and when they do great things on the stage and when they get their dance moves and they get their harmonies and the excitement that they have that they just really don't want to leave the theater. Those are the great times.
This is Rain Welser reporting for WMSD TV News.
Wow, I am so proud of our drama department. On the topic of school pride, nothing says school spirit like being elected Mr. Douglas. Here's reporter Emma Golub with more on the story.
A great show deserves a great applause. Beauty competitions are known all around the world, but MSD has its own, a little different. 4 representatives in total, 1 from each grade, competed on January 13th in our auditorium to find out who will become the next Mr. Douglas for the 2022 school year.
Mr. Douglas is about, well, it's not about anything in particular, but it's a satirical, pageant, kind of viewed on with female pageants, but it's something funny to do as a male version of the show. So we do it just to have fun, make light of female beauty pageants, and,
The 4 contestants competed in 5 different categories that were judged by the audience to reveal Mr. Douglas. In the 4th place ended Caleb Herbert, who represented the 10th grade. He won the most photogenic category, but first he had to fight for it. Maxim Grinko, who represented the 9th grade, ended up in 3rd place. He won the most talented category when he amused the audience by playing the piano. The Mr. Douglas finalist and the winner in Mr. Congeniality category is Charles Delaria. Charles represented 11th grade. He showed his talent in telling jokes and even brought his grandpa on the stage to perform together.
That was the best part. That was planned 5 minutes before. I called him, I said, you want to be in the show? I'm beatboxing, I'm going to call you up on stage, we're going to do something funny. And yeah, it's kind of how it happened.
And this year's Mr. Douglas is Sean McHenry, who represented the 12th grade.
I did the most obnoxious dance and the most obnoxious, outgoing things. Like I was in a bikini, and then I was also dancing to Beyonce, so.
He was the most creative and with the best interview. After his dance with the song Single Ladies, even Beyonce should watch it. The hosts, contestants, teachers, dancers, LED Club, and Miss Briggs set up a great show, and we can't wait to find out the next Mr. Douglas for the following school year. This is Emma Golub reporting for WMSD TV News.
Here at BTN, we have the pleasure of working with other schools in the area to find out what's going on here in South Florida. Here's a story from American Heritage on the creative outlet that rock climbing can provide.
In this day and age, it's harder than ever to find an outlet for your creativity. Hangar 18 here in Long Beach is just one non-traditional way that you can express your creativity through the means of rock climbing.
I think people express their creativity through rock climbing in a lot of different ways. It could be down to the way that they're climbing by trying out different moves and things like that. Even like the holds around the gym, they're different colors, so that could be expressive too, and even down to like the gear that people wear.
Unlike other gyms, Hangar 18 has tons of different ways to adapt to each person's own climbing style.
Definitely, I'd say people have their own style of rock climbing, down to the type of rock climbing they like to do, whether it's bouldering or top roping or even auto belays. Some people like to climb by themselves, other people like to climb with a partner. So yeah, that's definitely one way that people express that.
To what is offered and what's available, the facility itself and the people that work here are very nice.
Not to mention, the gym also has a kilter board where you can create your own rock climbing course.
I don't personally set routes, but that is one way too. Setters are really creative with the things that they come up with and put on the wall, and the way that they force you to position your body to finish a climb is really cool.
It's not just rocks that people come for. It's the community that helps each other in hopes to finish the climb.
Own techniques, and everyone's at a different level when they come here. We all remember what the struggle was when we first started and how your forearms were so weak when you first started as well, that we embrace that struggle and we step up and help each other out, whether people ask for it or not.
So if you ever want to get out of the house and express your inner creativity, Hangar 18 will provide the perfect rock climbing experience that will surely keep you coming back. For STN, I'm Ty.
Next up, film students competed in Long Beach, California, where they had mere hours to create a commercial. Here is that commercial directed by Jacob Goldberg and Travis Newberry.
Now, learn about how LaLa Land Cafe is doing what it can to help foster children. Here's reporter Sylvia Santana with the story.
There are more children in the foster care system in the United States than the population of Montana, Hawaii, and Nebraska combined. LaLa Land Kind Cafe, located in Santa Monica, tries to help foster kids' futures. From the moment you step inside the store, you'll see the story behind every cup.
And so LaLa Land was created to provide a patient place for those youth to learn personal growth skills as well as professional skills so they can thrive in life.
LaLa Land is a safe haven for ex-foster kids to support each other during hard times.
In this environment, we aim to create a loving, kind environment. That's why part of our mission is to normalize kindness. Like, we tell everyone we love them. I'm always hugging them all. And so it changes that perspective, and it shows them that there are people that they can rely on and trust so they can continue to build relationships throughout their life.
This store encourages employees to interact with customers by breaking them out of their shells.
I'd say when I first got here, it was more, I was a little nervous of it not being welcoming, but eventually when I finally got here and met everybody and then realized that I have a lot of stuff in common with a lot of people here, I felt a lot more welcomed after that.
There is always a light at the end of the tunnel. In this case, that might be at the bottom of a cup. Signing off for STN, I'm Sylvia, Santa Monica, California.
You can't debate this success. Stoneman Douglas's debate team recently competed at their state competition where they brought awards home to the nest.
This past weekend, MSD's debate team headed off to state championships to compete against other Florida schools. The students competed in both speech competitions and debate competitions. In debate, they were competitors in public forum and world schools, and in speech, they were competitors in humorous interpretation and program oral interpretation.
I think our speech team is really strong. You have me in humorous interpretation and Noldine Belizaire in program oral interpretation, and we've been killing it all year long, and I think we have a real shot at winning it all. Yeah, everyone's amazing from Stoneman Douglas. We're going to do great. We're going to have a great time.
Coming back from the competition, Noldine Belazaire and Armand Rajwani both placed first in their respective events. MSD also won a sweepstakes award for their speech due to their outstanding performance in the championship. This is Daniela Santa Cruz, reporting for WMSD TV News.
Reporter Daniela Santa Cruz addresses how Stoneman Douglas took precautions to ensure the safety of its bike riding students. Now to the story.
Due to safety concerns, there is a new bike rack constructed close to the bus loop in the South at school. Many students at MSD bike to school and often cross over the crosswalk to reach the bike racks. During the crossing, many problems involving the safety of students and traffic congestion has arisen. In the small amount of time that the bike rack has been up, the bike rack has helped reduce the crowding. Students from Coral Springs are being directed to the new bike rack, and Parkland students are being sent to the original bike rack.
I swapped bike racks because the police officer near the car loop wanted everyone coming from Coral Springs to use the bus loop's bike racks. Meanwhile, everyone that came from the Parkland side would go to the normal ones.
In addition to traffic safety issues, there are also slight issues with dismissal. Due to heavy overcrowding at school, it sometimes becomes difficult for students to get off the school premises through one exit. Adding the extra bike rack splits students up, making it easier to leave.
New bike rack could help with crowding, because when kids leave school, everyone is in a rush and there's a lot of people, so it would help to kind of reduce and make it easier and quicker to get home.
There have been many improvements with the traffic congestion issues and any overcrowding during dismissal. The new bike rack has already helped and will hopefully continue to help. This is Daniela Santa Cruz, reporting for WMSD News.
Up next, some colleges are going test optional, but how do students feel about it? Here's the story.
Many students like myself agree with colleges' decisions to have test-optional admissions because we don't have the luxury of being able to afford the steep prices that come along with performing well on an SAT.
What are you talking about? What if my strong suit was the standardized tests? Why should you be able to hide your poor SAT score if I can't hide my grades? How is that fair?
I've worked towards my GPA for over 4 years. It represents my effort, focus, and hard work that I've put in up until now.
My SAT scores are at the top of my class, and they accurately represent my natural abilities.
Does it really represent your natural abilities? According to the College Board, the creators of the SAT themselves, the scores don't even measure any innate ability. Are you sure it's not your tutor who costs over $120 an hour, which is financially unfathomable to the rest of us?
Well, I work really hard with my tutor. I don't think that has anything to do with this at all.
McGuire Associates concluded the test optional policies opened up the door for low-income families, first-generation students, and underrepresented people to get into their dream school at higher rates than ever before. Even the man that invented standardized tests, Frederick J. Kelly, stated that these tests are too crude to be used and should be abandoned.
Really? I guess if he said that, then maybe I'll think about it. As long as I still have the option to present my scores, I guess I could see someone else having the option not to as well.
Here at Stoneman Douglas, our eagles soar high with creativity. Here's a short film titled Lovelocked, created by directors Brandon Bax and Bruna Angelo, about a girl figuring out love.
I can't believe it's our 1 year.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
You don't seem excited.
I didn't really get a lot of sleep last night,
That's
you
not
know?
an excuse. It's all right.
Don't you think it's a little warm out?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Wait, also, why aren't you dressed up?
What's wrong with what I'm wearing?
It's not appropriate for this.
I don't see a problem with it.
I do. You need to go change.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ethan, I'm already here. Oh, okay, I'll go get a table. I'll see you in a minute. Oh, hey, I love that song.
You listen to Lana Del Rey?
Yeah, she's one of my favorites.
Oh, she's one of my favorites too. I love her Young and Beautiful song. I could just listen to it all day, honestly. And Brooklyn Baby, like, come on. Like, you gotta love that. Oh, sorry. Rosie?
Oh, I'm Caroline.
Nice to meet you. You seem really cool. Do you want to maybe hang out?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Come on.
I'll see you in a sec.
Okay.
Hey, so sorry for missing you. Do you still want to meet up? Okay, yeah, I'm finishing up what I'm doing now. I'll see you later. Hey, you come here often?
Caroline!
Hey!
What's up? I haven't seen you in forever.
Oh my gosh. Hey!
Uh-huh. What's up?
So, I had to ask you a question. How did people react when you came out?
It was a mixed bag. My mom went to go see a therapist, like, immediately. But my dad took it all right.
Okay, cool.
Wait, why are you asking?
So, there's this girl, and I think I like her.
Wait, Edward.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's why I'm here. All right, let's start with a basic question. Do you actually like Edward?
I don't know.
All right. I just think you're gonna have to have a talk with him. But like, keep this in mind. If you don't actually love or like him, it's not fair to stay with him. But one, you gotta remember two things. One, I love you so much. And two, never look back. Just keep moving forward. All right?
All right. Thank you.
Where were you? I was calling and texting you all day, and you just now reach out to me?
I was with a friend, but I called you because you're a really great guy, Edward, but I like girls.
What? What do you mean you like girls?
I like girls. Like, you're amazing. Like, this has been a really good year, but
Clearly it's not, because I'm a man, and you're supposed to like me.
I still care about you, but it's
Clearly you don't. Like, what was all this for then? It's been a year. No, I can't believe you did this.
Edward, please, just listen.
No. Listen, if you're gonna choose this lifestyle.
Choose this lifestyle? I'm not choosing. This is who I am.
You know what? It's whatever. I'm done.
Hey. What do you want to talk about?
So, well, me and my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, we broke up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Why'd you guys break up?
I mean, I've come to terms with it. It's just, ever since we met in that coffee shop, I felt something I've never really felt before. And it was really, really special. And it made me realize something, that I like girls. And I really, really like you.
Me?
Yeah.
I like you too.
That wraps it up here from Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. I'm Lexi Padowitz.
And I'm Melissa Azarito. If you want to see stories like these and more, make sure to like our Broward Teen News Facebook page.
See you next time.
Broward Teen News was brought to you by ProSound and Video.